A woman drifting through calm water, her lips parted as if whispering a song. This is Ophelia, painted by Sir John Everett Millais in 1851. Ophelia, one of Shakespeare's tragic creations, is a young noblewoman deeply in love with Hamlet. She's torn apart when her father forbids her from seeing him. After Hamlet accidentally kills her father, Ophelia loses her grip on reality. She wanders through the castle, singing strange songs about love and death, her mind slipping further into madness. Finally, she drifts to a quiet river, climbing a willow tree that leans over the water. The branch breaks, and as she falls, she continues to sing until her voice fades and she sinks beneath the surface. This scene is not usually seen on stage. It's only in Queen Gertrude's description. Her death is described as one of the most poetic deaths in literature. Millais painted Ophelia in two stages. First, the background, then Ophelia herself. He spent a month by the banks of Hogsmill River in Old Meldon, carefully capturing every detail of the trees, the flowers, and the flowing water. He painted the setting to feel alive, as if nature itself was part of the tragedy. And although painting outside in nature sounds really fun and interesting, in reality, it's much more complicated. In his letters, Millais complained about swarms of flies, the cold river breeze, and even angry farmers accusing him of ruining their hay. He joked that he might get blown into the water before finishing the painting. Still, all that struggle paid off. The result was one of the most breathtakingly realistic landscapes of the Victorian era. The second stage was drawing Ophelia herself, which he did in his studio in London. The model for Ophelia was a young artist and poet named Elizabeth Siddal. When Millais began painting the figure of Ophelia, he asked Elizabeth to pose for hours in a bathtub filled with water, so he could capture the look of her floating dress and lifeless pose as realistically as possible. Millais bought Elizabeth a beautiful silver embroidered gown said to have been a real antique bridal dress. Its shimmering fabric floats around her in the painting like a ghostly halo. To keep the water warm, he placed oil lamps underneath the tub, but one day they went out and Elizabeth caught a severe cold that nearly turned dangerous. Every single detail in Ophelia means something. The flowers floating around Ophelia aren't just random. Each one tells a part of her story. The poppies represent death and eternal sleep. The violets are for faithfulness and also for early death, fitting for a woman who lost everything too soon. The daisies symbolize innocence, while the willow tree above her stands for rejected love. Even Ophelia's open palms turned upward are a symbol of surrender, a quiet acceptance of her fate. Her face looks calm, almost peaceful, as if she's not drowning but finally letting go. Millais wasn't just showing a moment from Hamlet. He was painting a portrait of emotional collapse wrapped in beauty. It's a haunting balance between life and decay, between a blooming river and a dying girl. When Ophelia was first shown at the Royal Academy in 1852, people didn't really know what to think. Some admired its beauty, others found it strange, too intense, too real. But over time, it became one of the most celebrated paintings of the 19th century, praised for its haunting beauty, realism, and emotional depth. The painting went on to inspire generations of artists, from John William Waterhouse to Salvador Dali, who called the pre-Raphaelites the most dazzling surrealists. Dali even created his own version in 1973 called Ophelia's Death. The painting's influence reached far beyond Europe. In 1906, Japanese novelist Natsume Sasaki described it as a thing of considerable beauty. And since then, Ophelia has become hugely popular in Japan, even exhibited in Tokyo twice. Today, Ophelia hangs in Tate Britain in London, valued over £30 million, and continues to appear in films, photography, and even fashion as a timeless symbol of fragile beauty and tragedy. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.